Hi, happy Tuesday. I hope you're all okay. Sorry, my nose is bad. We've had a bit of a morning of it. I missed my telephone hospital appointment, which was really clever. So they're going to ring back at 1:30. So this is going to be a mega quick one today. Okay, guys. It was going to be a quick one anyway because this is really quick thing to do. So please excuse me. I've got my mobile phone on loud. So if they do ring before I'm finished, I'm just going to have to go because I can't miss this hospital appointment. It's one of the telephone ones. So, and I missed it this morning because we had a rep in, which has put us all behind. Although it's always lovely to see him. And I can't actually see out of this eye today because I've got a migraine coming in and it's all just flashy lights. So I've just downed Migraine Relief to try and sort that out. So I'm a right wreck today, a right wreck. So let's just quickly say hello to people, and then we're going to show you the quickest bunting in the world. So hi Caroline, hi Linda, hi Claire, hi Kate, hi Jean, hi Sheila, hi Taryn. Hello everybody. Hi. So I thought I'd show. So this is not my technique. This was actually something I saw at the first retreat, and I'd forgotten about it. And I suddenly thought, well, actually, with the Jubilee coming up, we might want to make some quick bunting, really quick bunting. You could do this with a slightly expensive way of doing it, but you could do this with a pre-cut with leftover layer cake squares or charm packs. You could buy a charm pack on the sale, still running until tomorrow. You could do this with the charm pack and make little diddy bunting, which would work really well. Or you could cut out of your stash, out of your scraps and stuff. But if you're going to have to cut it, it's obviously going to take you a bit longer. But I thought I'd show you how quick this is. I'm dropping to bits. I am Carolyn. I'm falling apart. Hi Lynn, hi Nikki, hi Melba. Hello everybody. And to top it all off, I left my little iron in Crate and Craft last week, so I've got the big iron as well. So that's going to bleep and all at me. So I need a holiday. I need to be sat on a beach with a cocktail. You only think I hadn't just come back. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make one seam bunting. Before I start, haven't done the challenge post. It all ran away with me this morning. I'm going to do it tomorrow at the block of the week, and we're also going to announce what the group quilt thing is as well, for because we're talking about doing a group quilt and putting it in to one of the quilt shows. So we'll talk about all that tomorrow, and I will do the challenge post. I haven't forgotten. We just ran out of time today. So hi Claire, hi Wendy, hello, and Lorraine, hello darling. I think Lorraine, it was you and Kate that were doing this method, so I've stolen it to show you guys how to do it. I'm going to go over to the overhead, and I've already made lots and lots of these pennants. So I'm using the end of a layer cake, which rather than it go to waste or sat in my stash forever, I've done these so that you can see it's one seam. This is one seam bunting. All right, mega quick. And then I'm going to show you. I mean, you genuinely could make meters and meters of this in an hour. So I'm going to use like I said, the end of this layer cake, which is the C and Me. I took it onto Crate and Craft last time. On last Thursday, and this was because we'd made a quilt with it. These were just the few squares that were left over, and I thought to be really pretty as a bit of bunting. Okay, this is I almost feel embarrassed showing you how to do this because it is so easy. It's scary. Okay, you are literally going to fold these corner to corner. So we're going to go this corner here to this corner here like that. Okay, and if you want to, pop a pin in there. Okay, I'm going to pop a pin in just to remind myself the camera needs moving. Which one? This one? Do I need to be over here? Are we over here? Is that better? Am I sort of about in the right place? Can somebody tell me, please? Am I on 3? Anybody? Anybody there? Hang on, let me just double check. Hang on, let me just... Oh, hang on, what's happened there? I don't know what's happened there. Oh, everything's gone massive. Hang on. There we go. Overhead camera. Is that better? I can't actually move it anymore. So I should be here. Is that right, guys? A bit more. I need to move. Do I need to move a bit more to the left? I genuinely can't get the camera moved anymore. So I'm going to have to go with that, guys, okay? Hopefully that should be... Hang on, let me just double check. Hang on, I can just do... Oh, how's that all the way... But that's not the camera. The camera's here. How bizarre is that? Okay, all right. I'll try and work from over here. That's really bizarre. I'm going to have to get Drew to look at that because the camera's pointing at a really strange angle. I don't know why it's pointing at that angle. It's like pointing like down like that. So normally it's... Hang on. There we go. Is that right? Am I right in the centre now? Okay, hopefully, hang on. Oh, sorry, guys. This is just... Everything got moved at the weekend. There we go. Right. Okay. I think that's right now. Brilliant. Okay. I can see where it's supposed to be and there. So all I've done is layer cake squares, and this could be any size square. Okay. So these are 10-inch, but you could cut 9, 8, 6. You could use charm packs for this. It would be absolutely fine with a charm pack. And we're just going to fold that up like that. Okay. So I folded it on the diagonal. I'm going to pop a pin in the side that I want to sew like that. And I'm going to do it for this one as well. Sorry, I know my phone is bleeping a lot, but I need to keep it on so in case the hospital ring. Okay, so I'm going to go to there, like that. Okay, and then pop a pin in there, like that. Okay. Now we are going to nip over to the, here we go. Hi, hello everybody, cool. I'm all back in the right place, brilliant. We're going to nip over to the sewing machine and I'm literally going to put one line of stitching down both sides. Okay, so hopefully this one is in the right place. Hi Jackie, hi Marilyn, hi Lynn, lovely, lovely. Hi Julia, brilliant. So I've just used a 1/4 inch seam allowance, but it doesn't have to be. It's not an accuracy thing, this in any way, shape or form. You could just use normal foot, okay? So we're going to just stitch down all the way down that seam. And you can absolutely chain piece these, okay? So just chain piece away, fold them all up, pin them in, and it's one seam. Like that. You know, if you make bunting to sell or anything like that, then this would be, this would be such a quick way of doing it. I'd not seen this method, but I think it was Kate and Lorraine were doing it at the retreat. Okay, so we're going to come back over here. Here we go. And I've sewn one seam like that, okay, just one seam right the way down there. Next thing you want to do is just trim off this point, okay? So I like to do a long trim on this. Don't go like that because you want to get rid of a little bit of the bulk here. So do a long trim like that. Don't cut your stitches, all right? Hope you can see that, guys. And then again with this one, so again do a really nice long trim up the seam. Okay, I just found that made a better point than when I just did a short one. Okay. Hi Karen. Oh, that is good news. Oh, I'm glad. Lovely. Hi Heather. Lovely, lovely. Hello everybody. So next thing you want to do is you want to move this seam to the back. It's more ironing than sewing, this one, it really is. And kind of line it up so that the seam is in line with the point, like that there. All right. I would iron this seam open. I don't know, we don't do that normally, but it reduced the bulk in the point, which is better. All the way down like that. Iron that seam open. And then I just went to the edge like that, just to give myself a little bit of crispness. Okay, I'm going to do the same on the other one. And we're nearly done. This is how quick this is. It is ridiculous. I absolutely love this method. I can't believe I made poor Cara, my daughter-in-law, made all the bunting for the wedding. She made about 70 odd meters of it all. And I wish I'd known about this method beforehand because she cut all the triangles and sewed them all and turned them all out when could have just done this. It's brilliant. So how is everybody? Is everybody okay? I'm falling apart, but is everyone else okay? What we're going to do now is we're going to turn this through. Okay, so we're just going to push right the way through like that. Okay. And then we're going to pop our scissors in there and give that, or a turner or whatever pokey tool, give that a gentle tweak get as much of that point out as possible. Okay, like that. Iron it again, make sure that that seam's right up the centre. And the thing I liked about this was that it's bunting both sides then, you're rather than one-sided. So that, there we go, like that. And then this piece here, if you flip this over like that, we will have a little look at the sewing bee book in a moment as well. I think I'm going to have time because we're so, so quick with this. Flip it over so it's in line with that edge there and press it. And then you're going to tuck that inside like that. And your pennant is done with one seam. It's brilliant. I love it. So we're going to do the same with this one. You've got gout in your left hand, painful and curtailing your sewing. Oh, Lindy Lou. Oh, honey, you're falling apart as well. It was your hip last week and now your hand. Oh, babes. My daughter-in-law and son have got COVID. They've managed 2.5 years without getting it, and she's tested positive this morning. She doesn't feel too bad. She's got a bit of a sore throat, but she doesn't feel too bad at all. But yeah, bless them. So they're all self-isolating for a few days. And there we go. We're going to flip that over like that. Oh, these flashy lights are getting horrible in my eye. There we go. So with my migraines, I tend to just get the flashy lights, and if I can get the tablets in quickly, I don't get the headache, which is good. And then we're going to tuck that in. And you've got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of really quick and simple bunting. I mean, it took me 15 minutes to do all those last night. I was like, I'm not sure what I'm going to show them. It's going to be so quick. So I like to use cotton India tape, but you can use whatever you want for your, sadly you're tight when it comes to bunting, so I use cotton flat sheets to the back, but I do like this method. Fair enough, lovely, absolutely, why not? You know, if you are selling it, I mean, this is, you know, if we're making some bunting for the Jubilee or whatever, and you're only going to use it once, but you know, if you were doing it for a wedding or something and you wanted it to be a bit more special, you could. Now, this is a particularly wide cotton India tape. You can get ones that are, you know, this sort of width. We've got them in the shop. In fact, I'll try and get them on the website. But I quite like the really wide one. It makes the sewing really easy. So leave yourself a nice big long tail for you know, sewing, tying up, and then you can just line these up down the middle like that. Fold it over, and I just make sure that the edges touch like that. I'm going to grab some pins, which I've lost. There we go. See, using pins. I'm being a good girl today. Okay, so I'm going to sandwich that one in like that. And again, you can make your own tape, but you know, if you want to make quick bunting, this is really, really good. Like that. There we go. All the way along, and then you just add another one in. And like that in the centre. Down we go. And then all I would do is just stitch all the way down and just keep going and going and going and adding in my triangles until I've got my bunting ready. In fact, I might make this one up this evening and then maybe put it up outside the shop, ready for next week. Claire, you need to put an order in, so we'll wait until the cotton India tape. I'll put it on. The cotton India tape is, I'll put it on as soon as I get back over there, lovely, okay? So yeah, that really is as simple as it is, you know, as quick as easy as it is. It's one seam. I mean, I feel a bit rude even showing you this because it's so quick. Literally corner to corner like that, stitch down, and once you've stitched down, turned it inside out, and then you just tuck that flap in. I just think it'd be brilliant for leftover. You know, when you've got those like half a dozen charm squares, or you know, a few left over from something, it'd be a really, really. Oh, look at that little turtle on this one. I love this fabric. Really, really love this fabric. Be a nice one just to make some quick bunting. I might put it up in the garden. No, I'm going to put this one up in the shop. I might make some for the garden though, just to cheer up the garden. Do you guys want to? Well, I've got time. That's it. That's literally. That's it. That's all I've got to show you today. It was that quick. It's so quick to do. Like I said, I do feel a little embarrassed even showing you that, but it's a really, really brilliant little method. I'd never thought. I mean, I've made loads of bunting in the past. I've always cut out the triangles, you know, pink and sheared them and stuff. But it's it's not my method, Heather. It was we can thank Lorraine and Kate for that one. They showed me it. Brilliant. Such a quick way of doing it. Such a quick way. Do you want to have a little look at the Sewing Bee book? Because I said I'd show you the quilted jacket, didn't I? So give me a second, I'll just grab it. So I bought this on Amazon. It was 18 quid. I do use Amazon a bit, but I try not to, and then I do. So comes the next day. Book came, and I know a lot of you were interested in the quilted jacket. They've got full patterns in here. It is £18, but there are 28 patterns, 28 projects in here. And they are all full-size paper patterns, which if I pull this out, I thought we could have a little look at the quilted jacket. You can see you've got really beautiful, really well, what's the word? Well printed patterns. You've got Oxford bags, all sorts in there. Oh, there's the quilted jacket pattern. I mean, it looks a bit crazy there, but it wouldn't be, because you could, it's all your different sizing and stuff. Okay. In fact, you would have to trace these out. You'd have to get your tracing paper and do this, because they've got several patterns on each one, but they are going to last for years and years, aren't they? They're this type of really good pattern. So I thought I'd show you just very briefly, because I know you guys were having a little, a lot of you were talking about the quilted jacket, and maybe if you want us to, I will make one over the next couple of weeks, and maybe we could do like a couple of evening 7 o'clocks or something and go through it. You'd have to get your pattern and all, but we could maybe go through it. You wouldn't get 2 patterns that you wouldn't love, would you? No, if you bought your patterns separately. So actually there's loads there. You've got lots and lots of really nice projects in here. There's only one man's project, which I think is a shame if you make for husbands or sons or whatever, or yourself. But there are some really, and they've got a really, hang on, I'm trying to find the beginning of it. There we go. Really comprehensive section about different facings and hems and all sorts, double hems, machine stitching, pinning and cutting, lots and lots and lots, even about how to adjust your patterns and stuff if you need to do patterns without darts, putting in pockets and all sorts, how to lengthen and shorten. So if I'm sorry, darling, there we go. Overhead, am I back over here? Does it have the shoes they made in it? It doesn't, lovely. The shoes aren't in it. I would imagine that's because you need the special soles and everything. But no, it doesn't have the shoes. Liz, I didn't do the challenge. I didn't forget. We just ran out of time. I'm going to do it tomorrow on Block of the Week, and we're going to announce the group quilt as well. Let's have a little look. Let me see if I can find the quilted jacket for you. You've got different tops and all in here. That's quite a nice little one. Am I on the overhead now? Hopefully I am. I'm just trying to find the jacket. You've got some men's pajamas. You've got some extra little projects as well, like there's the pajama pattern, but then it's got a little sleep mask pattern and all in here as well. But the quilted jacket, if I can find it, it's a tote. There it is. Okay, so looks like they've done it in, here we go, I think I'm in the right place. They've done it in a denim by looks of it. They've reused denim, which is actually quite a nice look. And it's quite a simple little bolero jacket. I was talking to my mum about it and she was like, oh God, yeah, you'll manage that. So what do you actually need for it? So it says approximately 100 4-inch coordinating squares of fabric for the patchwork. So that's what they've done the patchwork on the front, but not on the back. They've kept the back. Now, if it was me, I think I'd probably want the patchwork on the back more than the front. So you've got a bigger expanse, haven't you, of it? But so they're using 4-inch coordinating squares, and then obviously they're making a piece of fabric and then cutting the pieces out of it. You'd probably need less, wouldn't you? You'd need a lot less if you needed to do it with 5 inches, a lot less than that. So what I'm going to do is have a little look at the construction and maybe see how many 5-inch squares, or you can start cutting 4-inch squares from all your scraps and do it like that. So, but yes, it's a really nice book. It is, it's a little expensive at £18, I suppose, but you've got a lot of patterns in there. And if you want to have a little go at dressmaking, you've got some really nice little projects in here. There's, just some really simple little skirts and things in there. I'm not sure I'm ready to tackle voiles and stuff, but they've got nice little shearing dress and stuff. If you fancy having a little go at that, that's the one they actually did on the show, isn't it? That one with that shearing bodice, which I actually really like. I would wear that. I would definitely wear that. That's a really nice dress. But yeah, so anyway, that's just a very, very quick little look at the book. I will have a little look at the what's the word, at the pattern. I can't think of the word pattern then, and see how many charm squares you'd actually need, and then maybe if I get a chance to make one over the next couple of weeks, we could, if people want to, you'd have to buy the book and get the pattern. It's not something we'd be able to obviously get hold of, but we could maybe do a couple of evening sessions and have a little go at one if you fancy having a go at it. Let's have a quick read of your comments. So the jacket that jacket used mitered corners. Oh, did it? I didn't know. Oh, bless you. Oh, Gloucester Oil's got a really good rep. My sister used to work there. Liz, you're in Gloucester having driven hubby for a cataract op. Oh, I hope he's okay, lovely. We're sending lots and lots of good wishes for you. Okay, sending all our best wishes. Did patchwork on the back in the show? Oh, did they? Oh, I don't remember. Oh, I'll find out. Charm pack maybe would be good. Yeah, I think so, Erica. I think you'd probably need 4 charm packs. Well, you'd need 3 to do the front, definitely. You probably need extra then to do the back. But if you were just going to do the front and the sleeves, 4 charm packs would do it. So I'm just having a quick look at the comments for you. It was a real quick one, wasn't it, Patricia? Sorry. I know, I feel a little embarrassed showing you that, but such a clever method. Love it. Oh, mitered corners on the binding. It does use mitered corners on the binding. However, my mum was telling me a way that you can do it without having to bind it, and you can like turn it all through the lining, and you get this really beautiful like crisp edge. So I might play around with it. I've been looking for long nightdress patterns online. Any ideas? I don't buy a lot. Sorry, Jackie, I don't buy a lot of dressmaking patterns. I tend to stick with sew me something patterns because I know I can do them and they fit. But somebody else might have a good idea for you. Just about any simple jacket pattern could be used, and you make the fabric. Yeah, absolutely, Lynn. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Better buy some charm bags. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a dressmaker. I'm really not. I will dabble now and then. I'm making a pair of trousers at the moment, but they're kind of wrap trousers, and it's all like one piece of fabric, and you kind of step into it and tie them. They're really popular in like Greece and stuff. And I saw some in the shop, and my mum was like, "Oh, we can make those." So I've got it all cut out and partially sewn together. I just need to finish with the overlocker, and then I can finish it. But I decided I wanted them like dungarees, so I put a bib on it and straps. So I will dabble with dressmaking. My mother is an expert. I'm by no means an expert in any way, shape or form. So it would be us muddling through together with it, really, which is always a bit of fun. Anyway, we can muddle through together, can't we, if we have a little go? But we'll get back to that, okay? Right, okay, so don't forget, so I'm going to go because the hospital's going to be ringing any minute for my appointment. Don't forget the charm pack sale. Everything is they were £13.95. They're all down to £10, and they will be finished. That will be finishing tonight at midnight, because I'm going to start another sale tomorrow. Okay, so the charm pack one finishes tonight at midnight. So go and grab some. I mean, we've had hundreds of orders in. It's been crazy, but go and grab some if you want your 10-pack charm packs. Ooh, 10-pack charm packs. That's a £10 charm packs even. And then there'll be another sale going on tomorrow. We're going to do block of the week tomorrow. I'll do the challenge post draw, and we're going to go through about the group quilt. So just very, very quickly, Autumn Malvern, which is where I wanted us to put it into, isn't a competition, so it's only an exhibition, so we're not allowed to enter into that one. But we can enter into Harrogate, which is in September. that is a competition one. So I've got the form for that. We'll go through it all tomorrow and what Sarah and I have come up with, which hopefully you'll like. And then if you want to have a go, which lots of you signed up for it on the Facebook post, so if you want to have a go, that would be lovely. And I thought we could put a giggler's quilt in, which would be nice. So I'm going to go because my phone's going to ring any minute. So I will see you all very soon. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Charm Pack sales, and yeah, that's it.